Hello, welcome. My name is Adam Parkin. I'm here from the University of Sheffield to talk to you about spending a semester on exchange at the University of Sheffield in the United Kingdom. Why might you choose the University of Sheffield for your semester abroad? Well, we are a world-class university, and there's facts to back that up. I'm not just telling you this because I work there. We have been ranked in the world top 100 by the QS World University Rankings 2021, and that's not a new thing. We have a long history of being ranked within the world top 100. We're also a member of the UK's prestigious Russell Group University, a consortium of universities that are recognised as being excellent and are highly ranked within the UK and the world. Furthermore, 99% of research at the University of Sheffield has been ranked as internationally recognised, internationally excellent, or world leading by the latest REF, which took place in 2014. Now, what does that mean? Is you're presumably going to be an undergraduate student studying your bachelor's degree, maybe an integrated master's, and you're looking to come to Sheffield to study modules, although, well, we call them modules, you probably call them courses. What it means is that there's research going on at Sheffield that is having an impact globally, making a difference not just to the UK but around the world. And you can be part of that, not because you're directly going into the research, but because the research that's going on is informing what's taught in our courses. So that's going to mean that what you're studying is up to date, relevant to the world, relevant to today, and also the people who are teaching you are involved in that research. So they are there at a cutting edge, and that's going to inform how they teach you as well as what they teach you and how you learn. So there's a lot going on there academically. But we don't just care about the academics, we also want you to have a fantastic student experience, and that is something that we can confidently provide for you at the University of Sheffield. Our Students' Union has been ranked #1 in the UK by the What Uni Student Choice Awards 2020, but that's not a new thing. In the past, under different surveys, our Students' Union was regularly coming out as #1 in the UK. Why was that? Well, part of it is to do with the fact there's over 350 different student societies. That includes sports clubs, like you might expect, a chance to keep going with a sport that maybe you do locally and you want to keep it up whilst you're in Sheffield. Maybe you want to try out some new sports. But also, there's loads of societies based around student interests that you can join, whether you're wanting to try out something new or you want to find like-minded people who are maybe have the same interests as you or studying the same subject area. There's a whole lot of things going on. And those societies are putting on all sorts of events, some that you can come along to without being a member, and some that you have to be a member to join. But membership is subsidised by the Students' Union, so it should all be affordable for you. But the Students' Union has more than just societies and clubs there. There's a whole raft of student support. Many offices work out of the Students' Union, for example, the International Student Support Service, the Student Advice, and you'll also find there a desk known as SSID, Student Services Information Desk, which is a general help desk that is designed so that you can go there with any questions and they'll either point you in the right direction or have the answers themselves. The Students' Union is also a location for a variety of more fun things, in the sense of, there's a Coffee Revolution, a very popular place for getting a hot drink. There's also a student bar and a nightclub area that's known to have live music performances as well. There's loads of different things going on in our Students' Union. But outside of Students' Union, we also care about the experience that you have at the university, and this is shown by how we are ranked 5th in the Russell Group for overall student satisfaction based on the National Students Survey 2020. So that's our students feeding back anonymously, centrally. So that is something that I think we can take on as something to show that Sheffield is a place where you can have a fantastic time outside of your studies. Sheffield is also renowned as a friendly and safe city. It's something we hear consistently from visitors and from our alumni, students who've studied with us in the past, that Sheffield is a really friendly place. The locals are very friendly, and that students can have a great time. So where is Sheffield? If you weren't already aware, we're located centrally within the United Kingdom. As you can see from this map, we are very close to Manchester and Leeds, other northern cities. You can easily get to them by train within an hour or so. This includes, for example, Manchester Airport, which may be how you choose to enter the UK. Furthermore, we've got good transport links to other cities in the UK and Europe. We have a direct train to Edinburgh, a direct train to London. So if you're interested in visiting these wonderful historic UK cities, but you'd rather not have to pay the higher accommodation costs, Sheffield is a cheaper place to live, and then you can use the train for a weekend visit, perhaps longer outside of teaching, to go to Edinburgh, to go to London, to travel around, see other places. And if you're wanting to get out into mainland Europe, there's the Eurostar link that you can access through London, and there are coaches, and there are also plenty of airport options with connections to many cities around Europe. So if you fancy doing some trips or doing a little European tour at the end of your semester, that is something you can easily put together. And to give you a bit more of a feel for the city, I've got some pictures here to show you a bit more. At the top you see an example of the High Street, and then below you can see some students biking in the Peak District. The Peak District was the UK's first national park. It's a really beautiful place, full of great opportunities for getting out in fresh air, whether you want to just go for a walk, maybe take it a bit more extreme, go hiking, mountain biking, rock climbing. There's all sorts going on in the Peak District, and what's more, it's walkable. So students who live on the western side of Sheffield can walk 20 minutes and they're in nature. I mean, Sheffield is a very green city, as you'll find. There are trees and park areas across the city integrated within the urban areas, but still you have this opportunity to get out into the Peak District very easily. There's also public transport links. Some of the societies run trips out there as well, especially the more active sports-based ones. So great opportunity to get outdoors without having to travel too far. On the bottom right, though, for those of you who would like to appreciate the arts, there's the Millennium Gallery. And moving on to the next slide, you'll see in the bottom right the Crucible, which is a theatre that has all sorts of award-winning productions going on, and definitely something I would recommend checking out. But it's not just these buildings that might seem picturesque and interesting and something to do for a day trip. Top right, you'll see the Arts Tower, a university building where I would normally be based. I'm currently working from home, and that building contains a Paternoster lift which continually moves, so you don't have to press any buttons to operate it. That Paternoster lift is one of very few left in the UK, in fact in the world, and I believe it is one of the tallest still in operation. So that's something that can be of interest to see. I've certainly been filmed on it many times by interested students and visitors who are fascinated to see someone use it. But moving on from what there is to see and do in Sheffield, obviously the very important question that you have is, what can you study whilst you're on exchange here? With 5 different faculties, each with a number of different academic departments within them. So as exchange students, you can look at the Faculty of Arts and Humanities, you can look at the Faculty of Engineering, you can look at the Faculty of Science, and you can look at the Faculty of Social Sciences. The Faculty of Medicine, Dentistry and Health is not open to standard student exchange, but there may be opportunities there if you are, for example, a student in one of these areas and you're looking for a hospital placement. Do talk to your department advisors about that if that might apply to you. Otherwise, within those faculties that I mentioned, there's a whole range of subjects, from things like history, geography, urban studies and planning, English literature, through to chemistry, biology, biomedical sciences, and a whole range of engineering subjects, from the traditional like civil and structural engineering, mechanical engineering, through to more modern areas like computer science, and automatic control and systems engineering. So there's a whole range of subjects available to you at Sheffield. When you come here as an exchange student, we do not tie you down to one faculty or one department. You are open to choose from the different ones. Just make sure that your home advisor approves your selection of courses here. Furthermore, when it comes to choosing those courses, do bear in mind that the level that they are taught. So if you're a beginner in a subject, if it's new to you, look at the level 100 courses, whereas if you're more advanced, look at level 200 or 300, maybe even level 400. But you can read out more about what's available and what is included in our website, and there's a link to that at the end of this presentation. The application process for you coming as an exchange student from one of our partner universities is very straightforward. Follow your local university's instructions for how to apply for a semester abroad at Sheffield, then they will need to nominate you. Once we've received your nomination, we'll email you with a link to complete our online application and instructions on how to do that. It's a very simple process to go through. There are some supporting documents that we'll need from you. So we'll need an up-to-date transcript. So that will be showing the courses you're registered on currently and any courses you've completed with grades that you've achieved. This is especially important if you're looking at taking any advanced courses, because this will show that you meet the prerequisites, that you've got the right academic background for the courses that you want to do at Sheffield. Furthermore, we ask you for a supporting statement, that's going through your reasons for applying, why you've chosen Sheffield, what you want to get out of the exchange, perhaps your future plans. You know, are you thinking about maybe further study, going maybe into a career where, having been at Sheffield, that might help you with that. It shouldn't take you hopefully too long to do, and I would hope that your local advisor or tutor will be able to give you some assistance if needed with that. We also ask for one academic reference. That needs to be from somebody who teaches you or has taught you. Please do talk to them about it first so that the request doesn't come as a surprise. And finally, if you don't have English as a first language, we will be asking for evidence that you meet our English language requirements. But that's only if English is not your first language. There's details of the qualifications we accept on our website, so you can check that out for more information. And another reason to look at Sheffield, besides all the ones I've mentioned, is how affordable it is. Typically, you're looking at rents from between £110 to £160 per week in our university accommodation, which is all single bedroom, you're not sharing with someone else, and the majority are en suite, so you have your own bathroom facilities as well. University accommodation is guaranteed to our exchange students coming through our study abroad program, and as long as you apply by the deadline, that is available to you. There's two different options. There's the City University accommodation, which is very popular with our international students because it is so close to the centre of campus. There is also Ranmore and Encliffe accommodation, which is more popular with our local students and is about a 20-minute walk away from the centre of campus. Then other areas where you may spend some money whilst you're at Sheffield is our gym at the university, which costs from around £22 per month, depending on the level that you want to join. But overall, Sheffield is one of the top 10 most affordable UK university cities, so your money will go further here. For example, we're about 25% cheaper than London, so if you're wanting to go and see London but you don't want to be paying London costs to live there, consider coming to Sheffield, where London is an easy visit, a couple of hours away on the train. I should also point out, as you're coming through partner university exchange, you won't be charged tuition fees by the University of Sheffield, but there may be some costs that aren't tuition fees related to your studies. So for example, you want to participate in a field trip, or if you're a music student and you're taking any private tuition lessons. Lastly, on the note of fees and funding, we have scholarships funded by our alumni which you can apply for. Those are worth £1,500 for those studying for 2 semesters, a full academic year in 2021-22. But if you're only coming for 1 semester, you can still apply for a scholarship worth £750 for 2021-22. Details of how to apply are on our website. You do need to have first applied for an exchange place and been made an offer, so the scholarship is one reason not to delay if you've been selected to come to Sheffield. If you have any questions at all based on what I've talked about today, please don't hesitate to get in contact. There's a university website there on this slide and our email address, and we also have a telephone number as well, but the email really is the best way of getting hold of somebody, and we'll be happy to answer any questions you have. Thank you.